Hello, Libra. So, Spirit wants to remind you of something before we kick off your reading, which is every adventure and challenge that we go through on this planet is an opportunity for you to become who you really are, to, quote unquote, test your mettle, to find out what rises up in you and what you want to create. So, if there's any friction that you're experiencing, if there's a challenge or a quandary, an issue that you can't seem to unravel, Spirit encourages you to take a breath, exhale, let your body relax a little bit, and remind yourself, oh, right, this is an essential part of the process of the strengthening and refinement of my soul and my true being, what I wanted to be when I came here. And if I look at it that way, what do I see? If I remind myself that that's the way that everything is designed, because love is gravity. Love is the force that holds the universe together. So everything that happens within that force, even as difficult as it may be, is a process born from love. And if I look at things that way, what new solution might I conjure? And Spirit's using that word conjure very deliberately. Also, hi, I am Madeline, if you haven't been here before, and I swear to God, we're actually going to get into your cards, but Spirit had channeled message for you. So, let's get into it. Libra is the mid-month checkpoint. Spirit for Libra Sun, Libra Moon, Libra Rising, and Dominant folks. Spirit, we want to know how you see Libra. You've been watching, whispering, nudging, following the storyline. And we want to know what you want to share with Libra for their highest good, Spirit, the truth, to help them live their own truth. We want to help Libra step into their highest good, Spirit, to see things clearly and to craft a present and future that are kind, easeful, abundant, and just. What do they need to know for their highest good? Let's see what we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, Spirit knew. I need one more. Okay. One more for Libra. Their highest good, Spirit, in the month of July. One more for Libra. Libra, Libra. All right. Hey. Maybe Libra need to act like an Aries a little bit. Hey, we love to see it. Okay, gorgeous. Libra. Libra. Okay, I want to pull one more for you. Let's look at one more, Spirit. It's interesting, the 4 and the 4. A little bit of holding it together is the phrase that Spirit is using. Spirit, can you tell me more about this long-term future for Libra in the back half of July? No! Things are moving. That's what I'm hearing. Things are moving and things are shifting. And are you ready to face some of your fears around scarcity? That's something that I'm hearing. Okay, we're going to talk about it. You don't need to fear anything around scarcity because you've got the 6 of freaking Pentacles and the Queen of freaking Pentacles. But okay, we're going to talk about it. Here you sit. Powerful, powerful, powerful card at the mid-month checkpoint. In control. Getting organized. I'm hearing like you might be laying down some rules for yourself. And that makes me jump over to this 4 of Pentacles and also this 3 of Swords and just say, as you're maybe making some new rules for yourself, crafting some things, make sure that you are not hemming yourself in too tight. Like sometimes we can think, okay, tomorrow morning, from now on, I'm jumping up at 4 in the morning and I'm getting right out of bed. And by 4:05, I'm outside and I'm running a half marathon. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to crush a protein shake. And then I'm going to be super protected. And then we can put ourselves in a position where we feel really stuck and like we can't even meet our own standards. So Spirit is giving you kind of like a yellow light. Remember to be kind to yourself. Remember to factor in your emotions, your inner child. You know, Spirit's being very specific, but they're saying for some of you, you might want to factor in your menstrual cycle. Like, hey, there's certain times of the month where you're more or less energized, creative, whatever. And you know, and listen here, you don't have to fucking get a period to have fluctuations and a wavelength and times of the year or month or week that you are low energy. So there might be a little bit of like, okay, if you're willing to incorporate some lovely, kind, feminine energy into your rule creating, and remember that you are a whole ass person and not just a perfect productive machine, that you can create something really wonderful for yourself, because I see growing abundance. Now, Three of Swords, what I'm hearing about that, Spirit is saying some of you hold yourself back. It's related to this. Holding yourself back, holding yourself apart, and kind of not giving yourself credit, not giving yourself permission is something that I'm hearing. And that can lead to this kind of constipation, feeling like nobody sees me or hears me or nobody cares, or I'm not very good at this anyway, or feelings like that. They can lead to us withholding our gifts, and we don't even maybe necessarily see that way. But that is, you know, it can be a result. So I would ask you, what kind of Three of Swords thoughts might you be having? Are you feeling left out? Are you feeling lonely? Have you just broken up with someone or been broken up with? I feel like don't build walls around yourself. That's just what I want to say, is like, this is going to change, and you want to keep your beautiful open heart. Again, you want to keep your beautiful, sweet inner child who is innocent of all of this shit, right? You want to remember to keep them factored in. And just like a spoiler alert, this, your inner child, is the same as this, which is the same as your inner creative. Okay? So if you are in league with, oh, and by the way, is the same as this. All of these, all the same. It just depends on what form they're taking, because of, you know, depends on the relationship that you have with them. And the Emperor can be a little bit of a hard ass. So Spirit is pointing to this heart of the matter and saying, this, if you blend these two things, ooh, you're unstoppable. So strength, using your inner power to succeed, versus exerting a lot of force, whether that force is literal physical or like manipulative. You know what I mean? Strength would say, okay, I want to stay really in alignment. I can use this sacred rage, but filter it through the light of my love. And then it will come out holy. And whole is something that Spirit is saying. Or I can get really mad and I can manhandle somebody because I'm scared of getting hurt, and then so I can just break it off and hurt everybody's feelings, so that way I'm safe behind my wall. Do you know what I'm saying, Libra? That's not going to be the exact scenario for every Libra, but it's like there's this opportunity to stay walled off and to trust this, which is not something that you want to trust. I really appreciate that the Three of Swords is always animated with like a storm, because storms pass. We ain't living on Jupiter. There's no perennial storm. They will pass. Things are in flux. You're being confronted with some shadowy fears, maybe fears about limitations, fears about not enoughness, whether that not enoughness is about yourself or about your money. Forgive me for jumping right to the heavier stuff, Libra, this is the kind of reader I am because this is gorgeous. Look at this amazing stuff. Okay, Six of Pentacles. You got it and they want it. That's what Spirit is saying, plain and simple. You've got it and they want it. Share it. You will get, you know, it will pay off. That's what Spirit is saying, even if you are not in the immediate moment getting money for this. Like, for example, you might go online and share style advice. And no one's paying you, right, to sit down at your computer and write that post or record that video. But you put up your video about style advice, and then you also put up like, oh, and hey, by the way, I do 30-minute consultations for, you know, $40 or whatever it is. And you find that maybe, you know, yes, you're not getting paid to sit down and record that video, but you eventually get, it pays off. So share of what you have. And it doesn't have to be money. It could be, but this could be skills. This can be time. This can be just generosity of your spirit. It will multiply. People begin to see you like this, Libra, Queen of Pentacles, someone who is so abundant, so fertile with the rabbit here, right? So creative, endlessly creative. So how could you ever get stuck thinking that you're in a Four of Pentacles position? It could only be if you're listening to parts of yourself that are, of course, trying to protect you. Okay? Even our cruel thoughts and our fearful thoughts, our jealous or insecure thoughts, they're there trying to protect our ego. But do you want to protect your ego, or do you want to do your mission? Do you want to stay safe, or do you want to be your whole self and experience all the magic that comes with that? Seems like a pretty simple, straightforward choice. Be abundantly yourself, or question your worth all the time and hold it back for fear of hearing stuff that you've heard in the past and not being able to stand it. What if you could hear some of the stuff that you've heard in the past, but this time you're able to stand it because you're like, you know what, I stand with myself. So for example, you share your styling videos online. People are loving it. People are sharing. People are paying you money. Somebody comes out and says, you're ugly. And you've heard you're ugly or whatever. You're old. You're young. You're blah, blah. You could run and hide from that, or you could remember all of the abundance and beauty around you and within you. And you could say, I'm not scared of hearing that anymore because I have transformed my relationship to myself and to the voices in my mind. And so when that person says to me, you're ugly, it's like the same as them saying, you're a dishwasher. Huh? Okay. Whatever floats your boat. Like, do you know what I'm saying? If you stand by you, then this is nothing to you. Nothing in the face of your power. Any petty little thing they could say, any person who could separate themselves from you in the face of your awesomeness, they can't stop you. Only you can stop you. Okay. I'm going to let you take it from there, Libra. I would love to know your thoughts if you feel like sharing them. Thanks for being here, Libra. I hope it serves you well, and I'll see you next time. Bye.